Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all having a fun morning so far. Hope you enjoyed some breakfast, or if you're just waking up, got to get all those art materials ready because I have two fun projects for us to do this morning. So this week we've been talking about different animals. I know on Monday Miss Trace was reading a story about horses, and yesterday you blew bubbles, and Miss Melissa had used a unicorn to blow some bubbles, and Miss Rachel, you made patterns talking about all those different animals and their movements. So today I thought it would be fun to talk about turtles. I love turtles. I love dinosaurs a little more, but I do love my turtles. And on Saturday, it is National Turtle Day. So I have a little notebook, and it has some turtle facts on there for you guys. So before we do our art, we're going to just do a little bit of science, because it's always good to do lots of subjects together. So this is my helper. This is my turtle. You can see it's not green, but that's okay. So our first fact about turtles is that they're a reptile. And so what a reptile is that it has dry and scaly skin. So I know mine's a stuffed animal, but if you ever look closely, like if you go to a zoo, or even if you're just walking outside, sometimes if you see a turtle or a snake or a lizard or a crocodile or an alligator, if you look closely at their skin, you'll be able to tell that it's a little dry and scaly. So that's what makes it a reptile. Second, turtles were around when the dinosaurs were living. How cool is that? We know that dinosaurs lived a long time ago on our Earth, but when the dinosaurs were around, so were turtles. And now they've adapted through the time, and we've got more turtles. So I thought that was really cool. And turtles, they have to eat, just like we have to eat. So some turtles live on the land, and some turtles live in the sea. So if they live on the land, they like to eat beetles and fruits and grass. And if they're sea turtles, so they're in the ocean and they're in the sea, they like to eat algae, squid, and jellyfish. And just think if that was your diet. But all turtles love to eat their plants. Most are herbivores. So sometimes you hear those words when we talk about our dinosaurs, but herbivores eat plants. So that's really cool. The last thing I want to talk about is their shells. It's always their shell. They're big shells on their back, and it even covers some of their stomach. Good morning, Miss Alexa. So their shells, they act like a shield for the turtles. So they can protect them from getting hurt, or sometimes they'll go inside if they get scared. So it helps protect them from maybe someone who might be trying to hurt them, or like I said, even if they just get scared, they'll hide inside their shell because they know that they'll be safe in there. Also, their shell is made up of over 50 bones. And that's a lot of bones, because we know that we as people, here's my trusty skeleton, we have bones inside of us. And so this is called our skeleton. So our bones are inside of us, like how a turtle's shell has its bones. And just like how when we're babies, we have our bones inside of us from when we get to be toddlers and preschoolers and kindergartners, all the way up to us big adults like your teachers, we have the same bones inside of us. So just like us, a turtle's bones, their shell, grows with them. So they have the same shell from when they're a little baby until they become an adult. So I thought that those were some fun facts that I wanted to share with you. So to get us into our project, and we were just talking about their shell, I thought it would be fun to make a turtle ourselves. And we're going to start with their shell. Good morning, Miss Linda. Hi, Vivi. Hi, Vincenzo. So to start with their shell, I have just a paper plate. And we can see that it's round, just like their shell. And now we're going to decorate it. And we're going to give it some scales to put on their shell. Now, I just have construction paper. You could use tissue paper for this project. If you don't want to cut and glue, you could use crayons, markers, you could paint it, however you'd like. Good morning, Giovanna. And so what I'm going to do is you can cut up your paper or you can rip your paper. I'm just going to cut mine up really quick into different shapes. And there's no way to do it. So I have two different colors. I have my green paper and I have yellow paper. But if you want, you can make your turtle colorful. Or if you want it to look like a turtle, you could use green paper like I am. I didn't have any light green paper, so I'm using yellow. Because I like, when I talk about science, I like my projects to look like science. But when we talk about art, we know that our art can look however we want it to look. So after you've ripped up your paper or you've cut your paper like I did, you're going to put some glue on your shell, so on your plate. Remember, you just need that little bit of glue. But I'm going to put my glue all around, and I'm going to put my squares all over, just to cover it. And then I want to see what your guys' turtle shells look like. I'm just going to place it all around. I put glue all over my paper plate. Good morning, Miss Andrea. Hi, Tommy. Hi, Olivia. We're making our turtles because, like I said in the beginning, National Turtle Day is on Saturday. So I just did mine super quick. I put my paper all over my shell. So after the shell, we know that a turtle has different body parts. Just like my turtle, it has a head, it has its arms and its legs. Now my turtle doesn't have a tail, but I know some turtles do have a tail. So on another piece of paper, draw a head for your turtle or arms and a tail, and we're going to glue them on. So I already cut my pieces out, but I have, let me grab them for you. I cut my head out, my tail out, and my arms and my legs. And then all you have to do is just glue them around your plate. Glue them where you think your head would be, where your arms and your legs would be, and where their tail would be. But go ahead, you keep on decorating your shell. But just when you're all done, we want to give our turtle his or her body parts. Good morning, Alexandra. So I'm going to glue my little pieces on. And then while you're decorating your shell, or if you're adding his arms and legs, think about what you would want to name your turtle. And when you're all done, you could write his or her name maybe on his shell, or underneath his shell, or on a separate piece of paper. But you can practice writing and spelling his name along with your name, because remember, you always want to put your name on your artwork so that you don't lose it. So I've added my head and my arms and my tail. I'm going to put my legs on here while you guys keep on working. And remember, when you're all done, remember to put pictures down below so that we can see your beautiful artwork. Because we want to see your turtles too. I'm on my last leg here. And then I'll show you my turtle, but I want you guys to show me yours too. So, I have our head, I have our arms, and I put our legs on there, and even a tail. But now, I'm gonna give him some eyes, just like he has eyes. Give him some eyes so he could see. Now, you could draw your eyes on, or if you have googly eyes, you could add those. However you'd like. And then you have a turtle. So here's my paper plate turtle. And now I want to see your guys' turtles. So keep on working on that and make sure you send us that picture. But I have one more project for us. Now, it's another turtle project, of course. But I'm just going to grab my supplies here. But I was scrolling through different things yesterday and I saw this craft and activity that I thought was super fun. So even if you can't do this one right now because you might still need the materials, that's okay. You could do it with me and then you could even make it later if you wanted. But we're going to make a turtle pot so that you could put dirt in it and plant something. And since it's springtime and it's been nice weather, so you could put dirt and plant something in here and let it grow, maybe on your windowsill or if you stick it outside. But we're going to make it look like a turtle. So what you have to do is I have this little plastic cup. I got it from my breakfast this morning. And I just had applesauce. Or sometimes if you buy fruit in it, it comes in this type of cup. Or if you have another type of cup that you'd like to use, you could even use a Dixie cup, I'm sure. And then I put 2 holes in the bottom. Now, Mommy and Daddy would have to help with that because I had to use a really sharp knife or or scissors, because when you plant something, and remember you have to water it so that it lives and you take care of it, that water has to drain. So I'm going to make this our shell. We're talking about that turtle shell a lot. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint it. And I'm going to paint it really quick. So I'm painting my shell green. And remember, you can paint your shell however you want. Because, like I said, with science, we like it to look as realistic as possible. But when we're in art, we can make it any colors we want. So I'm just using my green because that was the paint I grabbed this morning. But I'm going to go around and paint the outside. And then I'm even going to paint the inside. So there's my outside. You can go around and you can paint the inside, or when I use something clear, it's like it's green on the inside and on the outside. So I'm going to leave mine like this. But now we have to turn it into a turtle. And remember, we have our head, our arms, and our legs. This time, I'm just going to give it a head, arm, and legs. I'm not going to give it a tail because I just don't feel like it. But if you want to give yours a tail, go ahead. So I had grabbed some pom-poms and cotton ball, and my legs are going to be yellow because I don't have any green pom-poms. And that's okay. Like I said, it's art, so our projects can be colorful. And what you have to do is just attach them right where you think the arms would go and the legs would go for your turtle. So I'll stick my arms and my legs on here. I'm just using my little bit of Elmer's glue. And I think these should stick. If not, you might need some help, and you could always use a hot glue gun. But I think our Elmer's glue should be okay. So I'm putting our arms and legs on. And then lastly, for our head, I wanted my turtle's head to be a little bigger than his arms and legs. And that's because I was basing my turtle off of my friend over there. So what I'm going to do is I took a cotton ball for his head. But my cotton ball is white, and I wanted to decorate it. So I'm going to decorate my cotton ball, and I'm just going to color on it a little bit. Excuse me. Give it a little touch of green, because I know I like turtles to be green. But if you use a cotton ball, you color your head however you want. You can give him a pink head, a yellow head, an orange head, a blue head, however you like. And then I just have a black marker, because I'm going to give him some eyes. Again, you could use googly eyes if you'd like. I don't have any, so I just had to draw his eyes on there. And that's okay. You can draw your eyes on there too. And then I stick his head on here. And then he's ready to roll. So I'm going to show you my plant. Now, it's going to take some time to dry because I use the Elmer's glue, and that's okay. But I don't want my pom-poms to fall off. But when you're all done, you have your cup here, which is the turtle shell. And remember, you can put dirt in there and any seeds that you might have. I think around here, I have some lettuce seeds that I'm going to plant. I'm going to water it and watch it grow and make sure I put it in the sunlight. And I gave him a little head and legs and arms. And I'm going to let him dry. So remember to take all those pictures of your artwork and send them to us. Put them in this thread. And if you missed any of it, make sure you subscribe to that YouTube channel, Under Garden State Academy, and you can watch these over and over again. And we miss you all so much, and I hope you enjoyed today. Bye, everyone.